Hey guys, Tyler here. Once again, I want to thank you for your feedback and support so far. I'm having a lot of fun interacting with you. I've had a lot of messages and questions about my weight loss journey and my story, but also about the ketogenic diet. And I just want to let you know the name of my channel is Keto Style, but my main priority is to focus on health in general, and then weight loss, and then the ketogenic diet for people who are interested. I hope to provide and give you some content that's helpful to you whether you're on the ketogenic diet or not. But one of the questions I got very early on when I was talking about my weight loss was about supplements. So I wanted to talk about supplements a little bit. One of the ways that I hear the question about supplements a lot is, what I hear is, what do you do for supplements, or do you have to take supplements? And some people just don't want to have to worry about supplements. But here's the thing, when you start to make a decision to be healthy, when you make a decision to improve your body, the way you feel, the way you look, the way you can perform in your life, the thing that you have to do is realize that nutrition is important for your body. And when you care about nutrition, that's when you'll end up caring about supplements. Because when you look at the nutrition that you need, even if you're not doing any performance exercises or any kind of cardio or weightlifting or triathlons or CrossFit or even just any kind of exercise, even if you're just a normal person that doesn't do any exercise at all, you need nutrition. Your body needs it for the way it spends energy. Your hormones need nutrition to function properly. Everything relies on the nutrition that you give yourself. You are what you eat. So here's the thing. Nutrition is so important, and you'll realize really quickly when you track out the nutrition you need, whether it's macro or micronutrients or anything in between, the thing that you'll realize is that I'm not getting all of this stuff from the things that I'm eating. And you'll realize, again, the things that you need to eat to get that certain nutrition, you may not even like to eat. So that's where supplements come in. It's not just the ketogenic diet that you have to worry about supplements. It's anything that you do where you want to improve your nutrition. Supplements are very, very handy. So I want to encourage you to change your mind about supplements a little bit. If you're a person that really just rules them out and doesn't want to do them, I understand relying on them too much is a downside. But if you want the nutrition that your body needs, you need to worry about supplements because you can't get it on food alone, okay? So the thing that people are asking me is about the ketogenic diet. I've had a handful of people that have told me, hey, I'm going to start the ketogenic diet. What do I need to expect? Or, hey, I just started, and someone started a week ago and they're experiencing some symptoms because their body's making some changes, and they're wondering how those things can be remedied or if they can be remedied. So here's the thing. First, I'll talk about the ketogenic diet and the keto flu that people call it, and then I'll talk about the supplements that are helpful, okay? So the keto flu is something that happens when your body is transitioning from using glucose as your primary source of energy, which is a sugar, a carbohydrate that's stimulated by insulin in your body. Any carbohydrates that you eat that aren't fiber stimulate insulin, raise your insulin level, your blood sugar, and glucose is used, whether in your muscles or through your diet, as your primary energy source. Okay, so when you eat a sugary snack or something like that, you get a boost of energy. That's insulin bringing glucose to your system for energy. So here's what happens when you decide to not use glucose as your primary energy source, and on the ketogenic diet, you decide to use fats as your primary energy source. Your body depletes itself of glucose. So what happens first is when you say no more carbs until I get on the ketogenic diet. I want to cut out carbs from my diet and use fat as my primary fuel source. That's awesome. It's a healthy change for you to make. Your body can handle it. Trust me, people have been doing it for a long time. But here's the thing, your body has to go through a pretty rough process of switching from glucose to fat, okay? So here's what happens. When you stop eating carbohydrates, you don't have glucose, your insulin is very, very low, you don't have glucose in your diet, your body is going to then stop looking for glucose in your diet and start looking for stored glucose in your muscles, okay? So you have about 2 or 3 days, people under and overestimate, but you have about 2 or 3 days of glucose stored in your muscles, and your body pulls the energy for the glucose from those muscles when you're transitioning from glucose to fat, okay? Because you're not eating it, you're not feeding it to yourself, so your body's looking for it everywhere in your body. This is the transition phase that most people give up on the ketogenic diet, because your body has all kinds of side effects when this happens. The most common symptom is low energy, a kind of a brain fog, like a drowsiness in your brain. Like if you've ever taken PM medicine or medicine to help you sleep, the kind of, not the tiredness necessarily, but the drowsiness that you feel in your brain, kind of a slowness of thinking, that happens, and that's a symptom of transitioning into the ketogenic diet. It's called the keto flu. For some people, this transition lasts about a week, sometimes up to 2 weeks. But here's the thing. I wish I could have done this again, but I encourage you, I'm going to give you some information, because these symptoms can be dealt with, and these symptoms can be remedied, and you can dramatically decrease the stress that your body goes through when you're transitioning from glucose to fat stores on a ketogenic diet, okay? But this transition phase is going to take a week or two. But here's the thing. You are going to be so happy you went through this by the end of it. Your energy is going to spike back up, and you're going to be using stored fat, your own body fat, to fuel your brain and every other body function that you have. And it's going to benefit you if your goal is to lose weight and to slim down and to get ripped and to get in shape. This is such an amazing diet for that. The ketogenic diet is well recorded, and it's scientifically proven to help with weight loss. It's great for all kinds of medical conditions, including diabetes and treating cancer. It's an amazing thing, but that week or two of transitioning is tough. But here's what you can do to help make it easy on yourself. One thing that happens is when your body's depleting its glucose storage, what happens is you are draining a lot of water from your system, and you're draining a lot of electrolytes from your system, okay? Electrolytes, it's not Gatorade, even though Gatorade has some, but the main electrolytes that your body needs is sodium, potassium, and magnesium, okay? Those are the three electrolytes that your body needs for energy. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the lack of hydration. You're going to feel a lack of electrolytes in your system, and you'll feel drowsy. You'll feel slow. Your brain function will go down. But you can replenish those electrolytes in your body and rehydrate yourself. If you don't, if you just do what you normally do, and you're going through this adaptation phase, it's going to kill you. Not kill you, but it's going to make you want to give up. Here's what happens. If you take some supplements, it's going to dramatically decrease the symptoms that you're experiencing. Okay, so what I do for potassium, a lot of foods that contain potassium are high in carbohydrates. It's hard to get them. Magnesium's the same way. So what I do is I take potassium and magnesium together. Okay, so you look at the recommended settings on here. You can do some of that research online as well. These canisters usually tell you to undertake what you normally would need for your body. But remember, you are depleting your body of electrolytes, so it's okay to go over. Don't go in a dangerous way to go way over, but look at what people recommend, what doctors recommend for going through the ketogenic diet phase, and take those. Okay, potassium and magnesium are so important for electrolytes in your body. The other thing is sodium. Okay, and this is the most important one. A lot of the times when I was going through some of the symptoms, the brain fog and the drowsiness especially, what I would do is I would take some sodium, and it would clear the symptoms right up for a certain amount of time. So people do this in different ways. A popular thing is to get some broth and to boil it, or to get it really hot and drink it like soup. It's amazing. What I like to do, this is vegetable stock here, but I like chicken and beef broth, and you can take those and you will notice a decrease in those symptoms when you replenish your body of some sodium. So that's recommended as well. You can get broth concentrate or the granules that make broth. Here's one of those my grandmother got me. This is great, but here's my favorite one, okay? And my wife was wondering why I bought a bunch of these at the store. These are like less than a nickel a piece, ramen noodles, right? You all remember these from college. But here's the thing. The broth in these things are the best. So what I do is I literally, unless I'm cooking them for my kids or something, I literally throw the noodles out and I just use the broth. And it's cheap. It's cheaper. The broth that you get is cheaper than any of this stuff. Just buying ramen noodles, if you enjoy that, okay? Don't eat the ramen noodles, okay? Just get the broth and throw the rest away. So that's one thing you can do, guys, and hydrate yourself. What I like to do is I drink 0-calorie tea. A lot of people just chug water. Either way, you need to overhydrate yourself when you're going through this transition phase, what they call the keto flu. So important. So here's another thing. People ask about some other supplements that I take. I'm not including, I'll make another video about this later. I'm not including any of the supplements that I take for like weight training. Like I take some caffeine, I take some pre-workout and some protein post-workout things. I'll do those later. I'm just talking strictly about dieting here, losing weight. I'm talking about the ketogenic diet and the supplements that you'll need for that. No matter whether you're on the ketogenic diet or not, these are highly recommended. These one dailies for men, they have some for women too. are like one a day. This is like the generic brand of one a day. I checked, it has the same nutrients in it. So go pick some of these up. These have some magnesium in it, so it kind of helps you with the magnesium supplement. Calcium, which is important too. Some people even consider that an electrolyte, but most people don't. But magnesium is really important. Vitamin B12 is so important for weight loss. And there's all kinds of stuff in here that you need. So whether no matter what supplement you're taking, check out these that are packed with supplements, these one-a-day pills, okay? Those are really great. Another thing I take, and I got a question about this earlier, fiber is so important, okay? Fiber is really important because when you're on the ketogenic diet, a lot of foods that you'll have on the ketogenic diet are going to make digestion take longer, if you know what I mean. So a fiber supplement helps because if you're eating steak, you're eating beef, you're eating some kind of protein with high fat content, fiber will help move it along, if you know what I mean. So fiber is important. All right, so those are the supplements that I take, and I would highly recommend these when you're going through the ketogenic diet, the transition phase. Listen, guys, people give up during that transition phase so easily because it's rough. But if you're on these supplements and you're watching your electrolytes and you're hydrating yourself, you drastically reduce the stress on your body. And when your body switches like a light switch from glucose to fat to fuel every body function that you have, your energy levels are going to spike back up. You're going to see dramatic results in the mirror, and it's just going to be amazing. I can't recommend this enough. My challenge to people who are interested in the ketogenic diet is to try it for 90 days. Okay, you try it for 2 weeks, there's no use. Try it for 90 days and progress. Take before and after pictures and watch your progress. And I'm telling you, this is going to be an amazing diet for weight loss. And the foods that you're allowed to eat on this diet are almost completely off limits on a traditional diet that you would take. Okay, so I can't recommend this diet enough to you. Whether or not you're interested in the ketogenic diet, I hope you'll check out supplements and see what your body needs nutritionally, and that you would supplement that with these kind of supplements that help you if you can't get them all in your diet, okay? This is all really important. So if you have any questions about the ketogenic diet or about the keto flu, that transition phase, just let me know, comment, subscribe, like, send me a message. I'm quick at responding. I'm really excited about telling you guys more. In the future, I'm going to be showing you guys more diet things, some things, ketogenic meals that I have, keto desserts that I have. I'm about to film something about that right now. I'm so excited about this. I'm going to talk about the importance of tracking calories and your macronutrients. I'm going to show you some things that I do for exercise. So I'm really excited to be sharing this with you. And maybe, I'm not an expert, but I hope that my story and my weight loss journey inspires you to be healthier. That's my goal. Once again, I want to thank you guys for your support. Please like, subscribe, and share this channel. I'd love to have more people following this channel for advice and tips on losing weight and being a healthier version of yourself. And remember to be the best version of yourself for you and for the people that you love most. Thank you so much. Talk to you later, and God bless.